If anyone's work which he has built on it endures, he'll receive a reward. If anyone's work is burned, he'll suffer loss. But he himself will be saved, yet so as through fire. So, the works that are done not according to the Holy Spirit will burn up. Your work is to believe the Lord. Those who believe him will follow his voice. But you're righteous. He doesn't see your sin, like we talked about before with the good tree, the bad tree. So to get to heaven, you just have to be a good tree, right? You have to be born again, filled with the Holy Spirit. Mm-hmm. But you don't necessarily need all the works. Those works not done of the Holy Spirit will burn up. Only the works done by the Spirit are the ones that you'll be rewarded for. Reward is based on works. It's also, the judgment of the Lord. I mean, you can't say, well, I had more works than this guy, so I'm going to be on a higher level than him. You're still not the judge. Like Jesus decides all of this. However, the works that are done according to the Spirit, you will be rewarded for, but the reward is up to the Lord. It's all based on what you do with what you've been given, going back to the talents. So there's a story that Rick Joyner wrote in one of his books years and years ago. We read this testimony where he saw this guy in heaven. It was a literal guy that he actually had seen on earth, and the guy must have passed away or whatever, and he had made it to heaven. And Rick was so surprised because
he had a high station.
He had a high station. Yeah, he was like a king. Mm-hmm. And Rick was like, "Are you kidding me? Like, this was not a good guy, Lord."
He was a drunk. He was this and that, and he went through a list of things that he was that didn't seem too good.
Right. And the Lord said, "Well, I only gave him like a tiny measure of faith, like just a tiny one." And he used all of it to not kick a helpless kitten one time that he walked past. Like he had been abused himself, and so he was a violent, abusive person. And he used everything the Lord gave him to not harm something. And the Lord rewarded him for that. Can you believe that? It's incredible. Mm-hmm. So it's all based on... So you could look at someone and say, I do so much more than they do, but maybe you were given a lot more than they were. And maybe they're doing the best that they can with what they were given. And so you just don't, that's why I said the Lord is the one who judges. But it is true that you're only rewarded according to what you do by faith, because that's what's done by the Spirit.
And the parable of the talents kind of bears this out too. Mm-hmm. One was given 5, another 2. Well, the one who was given much was given back to the Lord. He had 5, he made 5 more. And the one who had 2 had less, and he doubled or made the 2. Mm-hmm. But it's something to remember there too. Even when you the guy who buried the talent, even what you have is taken from you and given to those who have more. If you're not following Christ, if you're not bearing fruit, even what you have is taken from you and given to somebody who has.
Right.
So
it works different in the kingdom of heaven than it does on earth.
It doesn't seem, you look at that and you think, well, that doesn't seem fair. That guy was just playing it safe, being prudent. No. He is fearful. How many times does God say, never fear, don't fear, don't have fear? And so he was fearful of the master, so he hid his talent. He also must not have trusted the master, because he was laying out, I know you gather grain on property that's not yours and whatever like that. And so when you don't trust God and you're fearful of him, this is what your reward could look like. Yeah. It looks like he takes whatever you have and give it to those who have. Mm-hmm.
You know, and that trust, it's so important because you have to trust the Lord to follow his Spirit, because you can't see the result of what you're going to do. Everything that Kirk and I have done for like SGGM has been by following the Holy Spirit. And it has not been by following what man usually does or what people told us would be prudent.
No.
It has totally been by the Spirit. And so the fruit is starting to bear out, though. We receive revelation. We receive prophetic words that are not tainted, you know, and it's all because of years of learning to die and follow the Holy Spirit.
Welcome to Destiny Road, where we're committed to making a real difference in the fight against human trafficking. We proudly partner with organizations that rescue survivors and provide them with dignified employment opportunities, and also support these brave individuals on their journey to healing.
Our curated collection features crafted items from around the world, handmade jewelry, leather purses, bags, coffee and tea. We also offer books by authors Tiffany and Kirk. You can find their books through Amazon by searching for Tiffany Root.
Thank you for joining us in this important mission. Visit us online at destinyroadstore.com.